All right, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? How is it going? I am Is There No One Else? And the video I'm bringing you today, we are going to talk about the changes that they made to Burning Spellweave for the Stonethorn PTS. Now, overall, I think these changes are for the better, and I will explain in this video. So with that being said, let's dive into it. BSW's been around for a while. It is a very, very popular set among mag DKs because it used to proc off of flame damage abilities. It used to be a percent chance, but they changed it. So now it is when you deal damage with a flame damage ability, you apply the burning status effect to the enemy and increase your spell damage by 490 for 8 seconds. This effect can occur once every 12 seconds. So they did drop some spell damage off of the set, not a ton, but they did drop some. But now instead of it being a percent chance to proc off of an ability, it is now guaranteed every 8 out of 12 seconds. So I'm on a Magic Templar. If I use Vampire's Bane, I will proc Burning Spellweave. If we wait for this to end and I use Force Pulse, I will proc Burning Spellweave, and I'll show you that once we're done here. And I can also use Ellie weapons. So what this means is any class that utilizes a spammable like Ellie weapon or Force Pulse or Flame Skull, you know, on a Magic and Necromancer, you can now front bar this set, which is very, very nice. This is a very nice front bar set for just about every class in the game that's really looking for some high damage, which is spell damage as well, so it applies to your heals on the back bar. Makes it a very, very viable set for other classes besides Mag DK now, so you can see all those abilities proc it. Now, what I wanted to test is not just that, but I wanted to see if we could proc it on the back bar and what could proc it as well. Because I talked about it in other videos. Due to the mythic changes, you know, in order to optimize builds, you want to be able to back bar set, front bar set, and wear a mythic if that's the route you want to go. So I put on the Asylum Inferno. And so I'm going to hit with 2 Force Pulses to attempt to proc the Burning Status effect. And we'll see if the Burning Status effect procs Burning Spellweave on the back bar. And we see that it doesn't. If we go and we look at BSW on the back bar, we see I have a flame damage enchant. Let's light attack here and see if our flame enchant will proc it on the back bar. So we can't proc it back bar on every class in the game. We can proc it on the front bar, but other classes, you know, if you have a flame dot like a Magic Templar does and you go to your back bar, the flame dot enchant will proc BSW. So this has now gone from a pretty reliable front bar set on Mag DK and then a little bit. I mean, I've ran it occasionally on Magplar with Reflective Light, and I didn't like it as much because the proc chance is a little too low for my liking. Other classes, not so much. I just wasn't as big of a fan of it. But now you can use it as a viable back bar set. So if you don't want to use your have spell damage procs like attached to a potion like Clever Alchemist, you can now back bar Burning Spellweave with these specific classes. Now, I also wanted to test monster sets because it does say weapon abilities, and obviously, you know, the enchant didn't work and the burning status effect didn't work, but I did find something interesting. So right now I'm wearing Grothar, and so what we're going to do is we're going to proc Grothar in the front bar, and we will just we'll proc Grothar, and then we'll go to the back bar and see if it procs Burning Spellweave. Whoops, I actually hit with Vampire's Bane. That's my bad. That was a big mistake. Let's wait for this to go down. Let's proc Grothar again. Now let's go to the back bar. There we go. You see, Grothar does not proc Burning Spellweave, which, you know, makes sense. It's not a weapon damage ability. If we go in and we switch to Infernal Guardian as an example, nobody really runs Infernal Guardian, but it does do flame damage. So let's just see what that one does. So what I'm going to do is I do have access to Sun Shield. So we're going to light attack. We're going to hit Sun Shields until we can get this to proc. And you can see that it is not proccing BSW. And so it makes sense because it's not a weapon ability. However, Zaan does proc it. And I don't think this should probably not work this way because it does count as a weapon ability. But Zaan will. So if I come up here and I light attack to proc Zaan, we will get the Burning Spellweave proc, as you guys can see there. So I'm not going to go through every flame damage monster set, but one of them definitely does, which is Zaan. Dots and, you know, flame damage spammables will proc this. Enchants will not. So very, very good changes overall. I think Zaan is that's probably unintended, but the way this is currently set up, I would look at this as a back bar option on Magic Templar. I'd definitely look at it as a back bar option on Mag DK now, and I would look at it as a front bar option on literally any class in the game that's using a flame, you know, using Force Pulse or Ellie weapon. So Mag Sork, Magic and Necromancer, you know, whatever you want, because the spell damage you get on your front bar will transfer to your back bar and boost your healing. So not only do you get the guaranteed burning status effect with nice spell damage, you get that spell damage that adds to your heals. So very good changes overall. Like, I like what they did with BSW, but that's going to be the end of this video. That's going to be the end of this testing. Let me know what you guys think about BSW and its changes. If you're thinking about going to invest in the grind that is trying to get the BSW Inferno staff. So yeah, thank you for watching, guys. Have a nice day.